We've all been here, haven't we? Huge choice of wines and not really sure what to go for. Whether to go for an old favourite like this Pinot Grigio here, or perhaps be a little more adventurous. We've got some wines from Croatia here. Well, that's why Jazz FM and M&S Wines have got together to help you choose the right wines on the run-up to the festive season. Now, we've produced a series of videos for you to watch to help you make that choice, and on top of that, some incredible prizes to win as well. So stay watching for that. Meanwhile, let me introduce you to the M&S wine expert, who is Chris Murphy. Let's go and meet him over at head office. Chris, it's good to talk to you here. I've noticed, just looking at other people buying wine, and I'd be as guilty of this myself really, would be look at the rack, look at the label. I'm buying with my eyes. I'm not buying with my taste buds. Is that what most people do?
I think most people do actually buy by the label. I think also they would perhaps know a name, Chablis, Rioja, Bordeaux, and recognise it, or maybe even a grape variety, Chardonnay, Sauvignon Blanc, Pinot Noir. I think people are looking for something that they recognise, that they've tried before.
So, you know, people do have their, if you like, their defaults, don't they? They go back to the same ones over and over again. They go for the safety choice.
Undoubtedly. They buy what they think they like.
Yeah, it's interesting that, because hopefully in these videos you might be able to broaden that a little, because it is very, very exciting. We all know what we like when we taste it, but how do we start to understand exactly what it is we're tasting? I mean, you wine experts are always going on about things like, oh, I can smell grapefruit. There's a hint of nutmeg there. Do we have to be able to use that kind of language?
I don't think the average person needs to do that. But I think what is nice is if you are tasting wine and you use what we professionals call the systematic approach to tasting, which was invented by the WSET, the Wine and Spirit Education Trust. It sounds complicated, but it's not.
Okay, you can show me then, can you? Right,
all it is saying each wine I taste, I will taste in the same way. And if you wanted to, you could make notes. We always do, because you can't remember thousands and thousands of wines.
Okay.
But if you taste each wine in the same systematic way, you'll build up a memory bank of what you like.
Yes.
So, systematic approach to tasting, what does it mean? It means you have a look at the wine. The colour can tell you an awful lot about a wine. Tell you the age, it can often tell you the grape variety, it might even tell you where it came from.
Okay.
The next thing we do is give it a swirl, and we have a sniff. First of all, it's got to be clean, no faults. But then that's where the grapefruit or the nettle or the peach or whatever comes into
through.
play.
Yeah.
And it's true that different grape varieties have different smells. When people talk about grapefruit or nettle or elderflower, it's more likely to be Sauvignon Blanc. If they're talking about peaches, maybe a little bit of wet pavement thrown in, it's probably going to be Chardonnay.
Okay. And
then the next thing we do, the third thing, so eyes, nose and throat, have a look at it, have a sniff, and then taste it.
And I notice you're sucking in some air there as well.
And what you do is you suck in some air. It's not pretentious. Maybe don't do that in a restaurant or at the top of your voice. But yes, you do suck a bit of air in, just so that it goes over the whole of your palate.
Interesting. Okay, learned something already. So how does Marks and Spencer's wine differ from, say, another supermarket?
I think our wine does genuinely differ from the competition. We don't sell brands. Every single wine that we sell is unique and exclusive to Marks and Spencer. We have winemakers that actually work with the producers making the wine.
Oh, really? Okay.
And I think the other additional thing that really makes our wine special is the relationships we enjoy with producers around the world.
So what have we got to taste today? Because this is the bit, so we get to look, sniff and taste here. What have we got?
The wine that would epitomise Marks and Spencer, possibly more than others, is Chablis. It's one of our top sellers, and we have worked with La Chablisienne, the producer of this, for over 30 years. Wow. We started with a guy called Jean-Michel Touqui. His son was there at the time, working with him. Jean-Michel has now retired, but his son Hervé is still there, guarding as custodian, if you like, of the quality of Marks and Spencer product.
Chablis, interesting. Yeah, it is so M&S, and I think a lot of people agree with that. Now, I'm interested here to see whether I can get the wet pavement. Okay. Am I going to? Is it oaky enough for a wet pavement?
Well, funnily enough, there's absolutely no oak whatsoever in most Chablis, and certainly not in this one. This is, and the other thing people often say to me, makes me laugh, they don't like Chardonnay. They're a member of the ABC club, anything but Chardonnay. But they do like Chablis, which is made with 100% Chardonnay. Chablis is one of those that has, when you're smelling it, it just has a nose that is Chablis. It's very, very mineral, and a lot of that comes from the soil, which is the deposits of oceans left millions and millions of years ago. And I don't think we're imagining it if we say that there is just a touch of sort of a briny character, a sort of shellfish thing, and that sounds terrible, but in a positive way, a little bit of that shellfish thing going on. And I pick it up here.
It's all coming. Yeah, it's all coming true. Yeah. So before you know it, you'll be getting your hint of grapefruit when you're tasting your wines. Now here's the chance to win. We put together a case of wines for you. It's an exquisite case of award-winning wines from M&S. If you'd like to win it, all you need to do is visit jazzfm.com for your chance to get in on the competition. Come back for more in our series of videos with M&S Wines, the supermarket with a winemaker's soul.